What's your name? What's your name?
Agree!
And I don't think I even gotta think twice about it.
Alright. Let's address the elephant in the room. I'm a bit late to the party. I mean, Creed 3 came out what, 2 months ago? And while this video may seem redundant given the plethora of Creed 3 content over the past month, the thing is that, well, this isn't just another Creed 3 review. It's actually not a review at all. No, this is a look inside what makes this 3-movie series so different from others, and it is different from others. Creed is different. There's a lot of things that define certain movies and series. With Star Wars, there's the constant battle between the light and the dark side. With Endgame, there was just this epic aura that blazed throughout the whole film of seeing our heroes finish a huge journey. But when it comes to the Creed films, I think I can confidently say that there's nothing quite like it. There's a heartbeat inside these movies that have so much gravity to them. It's passionate, heartfelt, deep, emotional, serious and grounded at its core. It's different. Creed is different. Even just at a surface value, it's almost impossible to watch one of these movies and not walk away feeling more motivated than you were before. You see these characters battle through hardships, battle through life, and chase after their goals. You see them fall and get back up. You see them give their everything to the fight they're fighting. There's so many characters with so many different journeys, and that makes it easy for any given person to relate to at least one of them. There's so many elements in these films that show passion and perseverance, and I can't wait to get into it. So my name is Manuel, and welcome back to the channel. And if you stick with me through the vid, we'll talk about what makes this franchise so great, as this is the grit of Creed.
Skirt room, going fast, finna skirt on your ass. Going 100 on the dash, on the E-way, finna pass. Do you even got cash? Hey, how you doing? I'm C2, get it going. Hey, how you doing? I'm C2, get it going.
And oh yeah, let's roll that clip.
You know, there's only 3 steps into that ring. So now you gotta ask yourself, are you here to prove something to other people? Or prove something to yourself?
This message is one of the most memorable ones from the films. What you fighting for? On the base level, it can obviously be linked to boxing, but it's so much deeper than that. Every punch that Adonis throws, every workout that he does, every day that Rocky decided to keep battling cancer, every day Bianca keeps going despite her hearing loss. Why do you want to fight? It's a message that transcends the screen because we all have a fight. Whether that fight is a job or insecurity, a sport or school, whether it's the constant effort of being a parent or maintaining a relationship. No matter how big or small, we all have a fight. And these movies show why that fight is so important. And it's shown best through one person. Adonis Creed. One of Adonis' biggest struggles is expectations. He's constantly having to feel like he needs to prove himself to other people, even if most of the times he does it without knowing.
Get a VIP pass next to your pop talking to me like that.
And most of this streams from his father, Apollo Creed, boxing icon legend, that died in the ring before Adonis was even born. Apollo built a legacy that Adonis never wants to be shadowed by.
You are your father's son, and you're part of him. But it doesn't mean you have to be him.
Adonis always walks around with a chip on his shoulder, even to the point where he doesn't want to carry his dad's last name.
Can't do it. It's not my name.
A specific story plot in the trilogy that drives home this theme is Creed vs. Drago. And this was a damn good story. The first fight with Drago displays all of Adonis' insecurities. And this story translates to us as viewers through the why Adonis takes the fight. We've all done things out of peer pressure or just because we want to feel some insecurity that lies inside of us. And this story demonstrates the damaging aspects of that. He's the champ, but he's still searching for that validation of feeling like it.
Do not try to make this about me, and don't pretend that it's about your father. You became the world champion without him.
And why don't I feel like it?
He's looking to find the answers in the empty space that's left in him from what happened to his father. He's focused on the past and all the stuff he's never had control over. This pushes him into a self-damaging direction.
Why do you want to fight?
What you talking about? I just told you why.
No, you didn't, Donnie. Why do you want to fight? I get why they want to fight you. I know what they're fighting for. What about you?
He does take the fight, but he steps into the ring wanting to fight for all the wrong reasons. He's wanting to prove something to other people, or maybe just fight a battle that was never his to begin with. And the outcome of how everything goes drives that message home. After the fight, he becomes angry with himself and everything around him.
Look at me. What are you still doing here? You here to pick up the pieces?
But Adonis really has no one to blame. Everyone told him how dangerous this road was. And this is something that these films do outstandingly. They're able to take a simple thing like a boxing match and apply it to different lessons of life. Looking at Adonis, he's let all the noise consume him and has nothing to show for it. He falls into depression, and that depression pushes him away from all the people that he loves.
It's like nothing really matters to him right now, including me, which is new.
And that's what this message shows so well. It shows how we can't let outside eccentric motivation consume us. We can't let our insecurities and fears dictate our actions, because that will only steer us away from all the things that we love. We see that conflict in Adonis. He's distant from Bianca, from Rocky, even from boxing. But most importantly, these films show us that we have to do the work to work through that pain, even if it is frustrating. I've always loved how Adonis finally finds his way back to himself in this moment, and it's here, in front of a punching bag, someone that he's been himself his whole life. But moving forward from this moment, Adonis's mind is clear, his motivations are healthy and intrinsic. He now wants to fight with Drago because this is something he wants to do for himself. He's not going out to prove the world of his validation, but instead looking to fight this fight because it's his fight. It's now his history and his story. He wants to do that for himself, and that's damn good storytelling. Telling the audience to find motivation for something because something inside of you wants to go after it. And in poetic fashion, Adonis comes away with the win because his mind was in the right place. And you can sort of feel that feeling of victory after a long hard battle coming off of the screen. And it's far from the only emotion that's felt throughout the series.
You see this guy here staring back at you?
Yeah?
That's your toughest opponent. Every time you get into the ring, that's who you're going against. I believe that in boxing, and I do believe that in life.
I stated earlier that there's sort of a different heartbeat inside of these films, and this is that beat. From just sitting down and watching these films, there's so many gems that get dropped time after time. And this is something that even dates back to the Rocky films. One of the best motivational lines of all time is from a film in this franchise.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
And this is some of the stuff I love because, yeah, give me a film that's gonna drive home some life lessons in a way that's gonna have me pumped up and want to run through a wall. That's emotion. And not a lot of movies can deliver that on a consistent basis like the movies in this franchise do. Take a line from any training montage scene, and you have a line that's an absolute bar.
The higher you get, the harder it gets. That's life. That's this run.
And let's talk about those training montages. I'd be lying if I said I didn't look forward to seeing these every film. They're so foundational to helping create that emotion. In Creed 1 we got one step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time. A piece that helps make this scene so amazing is Rocky's dialogue over it.
I want you to let it all out.
It allows you to immerse yourself into the film in a unique and moving way.
Everyone's ever disrespected you. See them. Anything you ever wanted. Go after it.
With Adonis being the protagonist, it's easy for us to see ourselves through him. We see him pushing himself, working through his past, and chasing after the things he wants. And this makes us reflect inward on our wants.
Now's your time. Make the statement. What's it? What much? One round at a time.
And this is something that makes these films so great. They pull an emotion out of us as an audience that most other films can't even begin to do. And it's real. It's not cheated emotion, it's earned. These characters are built with real and personal struggles that are relatable. And we constantly see them doing the work to overcome them. And because of that, you're able to connect your own personal struggles and fight to this. Because we all have a fight. And the best way to fight that fight is one step, one punch, one round at a time. My favorite training scene in the whole trilogy though would have to be the run through Philly. Everything about this scene screams grit. From the moment the scene kicks off, the tone is set, the bass drums hit, and we immediately see the support from the city that Adonis has.
Yo, you going to see Rock? Yeah, let's go! Let's go!
The emotional significance of how much this means to the city of Philly and to Adonis is shown. He's supported by them because he's now a part of that city. He's ran countless times, dropped sweat and tears training in this city for this fight. And now because of that, the city is a part of him as well. He reps Philly and Philly reps Adonis. And it's even shown through the callback of how integral the bikes and ATVs are to the city.
So with all these bikes?
It's a Philly thing. These guys are popping wheelies and making noise, going up and down the street.
And now they're riding with him. And Lord knows delivering every lyric and emotion that needs to be portrayed is so great. It pumps your adrenaline, makes you feel the weight of the moment. There's just few other franchises that can execute a motivational beat like we get in this series. This scene gets even further meaning when you take the convo between Rocky and Adonis in the ring corner of his fight versus Colin.
They don't know what you've been through, and they sure don't know what we've been through.
It all stands for something. Rocky's battle with cancer and the burden Adonis was handed. The long hours, early mornings, all the training he's put into this thing means something. That's the beauty of this franchise, the ability to pull a sense of passion out of the viewers for these characters. We've seen them struggle and work their asses off for this one thing, so that makes us want to see them win that much more. This motivational beat allows us to look inside into our own selves and find new ways to fight our own fights, and that's something special. One thing that is hard to not notice is all the great technical aspects of the films. From the directing of Ryan Coogler and the watchful eye of Sylvester Stallone, and the talented cast of actors with Michael B. Jordan, Tessa Thompson, and Jonathan Majors. It's honestly amazing what these team of professionals were able to create from just a technical aspect. One of the biggest aspects that always stands out to me are the long takes. It's something so simple but yet has so much of an impact on the overall film. Every long take is so well done that it completely submerges you into each scene containing the long take. And there's so many long takes in each of the films that give a unique atmosphere of their own to the emotion of each of their respective scenes. Whether it's the opening fight scene with adult Adonis as the camera is held on him from the moment he walks out to the moment he rips off his gloves while securing the knockout, or the long hold of the camera as Rocky delivers his speech in the opening of Creed 2. Or even just the decision to not do so many quick cuts in the ring for the boxing matches. And this is something that I feel like Creed 3 lacked. There are so many cutaways right after a punch was thrown. And when you compare that to the fights like Adonis vs. Colin, where we get moments like this.
Punches right hand, left hand, both guys landing. This is unbelievable action.
Trouble hook, come on!
It really shows how much realism is given within these long takes. Another thing that's always blown me away is how the story plots overall are told. The story overall is primarily boxing, but I love how plots like Adonis and Bianca's relationship get interwoven into the story. You get non-stop training montages, but also simple, real personal moments like the diner scene in Creed 1 between the two. That also goes for Rocky and the story plot with his son. The films are able to take a boxing story and turn it into something truly personal and something that has authentic and simple weight behind it. And so many other films get caught up in making the overarching story fit that the personal moments between characters often get left out. And I absolutely think that these films find a balance between the two so well. And I think it also helps that every actor is given such a great performance. Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan have a lot of memorable scenes throughout all three films. And the connection between Rocky and Adonis is something special in and of itself. And speaking about something special, the soundtrack in these films always hit. The music in these films are always pushing the emotion out of us as viewers. Songs like Ice Cold, or the movie version of Lord Knows. Like, how can you not feel pumped? And don't get me started on that score. I love how the score has different versions depending on the emotion of the scene. Like the piano version for softer scenes, or the drum hits for the monumental ones. Just another storytelling aspect that is done so well and helps immerse us into the film. The entirety of how this story is told is truly special. But to bring this whole vid to a close, I just really think Creed is different. You take the idea of two people punching one another and turn it into something that has so much more meaning behind it. There's so much emotion in each character. These films give us so much of a chance to learn stuff about ourselves. They allow us to look inward and give us the motivation to chase that damn thing that we want out of life. And with the movie's ability to do that, I really do think it's different. So with that being said, my name's Manuel, and this has been The Grit of Creed.
You know, if you look hard enough, you can see your whole life from up here.
How does it look?
Not bad at all. And you?
Not bad at all.
What's up everyone, hope you guys enjoyed that vid. Thank you all for watching. This video has been a long time in the making, and I'm so glad that today is the day that it finally gets to be out. So yeah, if you like this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I have a lot of upcoming projects. I'm pretty sure you can see some of them down there in one of these corners, and one of those videos is coming out in about a week, and it's Across the Spider-Verse, and I cannot wait to talk about that movie. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap everything up for this magnifying moment. And until the next one, as always, I'll catch you guys. See ya.
I need you closer, I want you and only you.